Grace and peace, everybody. We are back. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. You know what it is. It's Friday Night Lights. And I don't know why, but I have all my lights on over here. What's going on here? All right, that's a little bit better. It's bright in here. Anyway, it's Friday Night Lights, and we're going to have a great game of body cam bingo tonight. Just want to let you know it's going to be unadulterated shenanigans. Down in the description of the video is the bingo boards. Grab yourself a bingo board. Jump into the best live chat on the internet. Let's get ready to have some fun. Now, I will tell you ahead of time. As much as I know you all love hanging out with me and all that kind of good jazz, I have a guest tonight. And I got a feeling some of y'all are here to see my guest. You're probably not even here to see me. I'm not offended. I don't take any offense. So with no further ado, Natalie, how are you, friend?
Good. Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Well, thank you. Love. All right. Now, it's very possible, Natalie, that there's some people who live under a rock who don't know who you are. Do you mind very quickly just giving us a quick, who is Natalie and what are you about, all that kind of good jazz, and how you live on the West Coast? Why are you on the West Coast? I need that answer. That question needs to be answered. That question needs to be answered right now.
What's wrong with the West Coast? California specifically. Los Angeles specifically. That I could see a problem with.
Wait.
Yeah, well, I was born here and my family's here. So
I guess.
Fighting the good fight in LA. Yeah.
I guess we'll let you have that. All right. If you don't mind, give us a little bit about who you are and what do you do here on YouTube and the social media streets.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect anyone to know who I am. I'm a washed up D-list actress. I have it on a good authority that's what I am, according to Candace. But no, I am someone who used to be a liberal for a long time. I have a pretty similar story to her, and formerly a fan of her because I felt like I was lied to for a really long time. The response to COVID was sort of an awakening for me because in LA, we milked it for all it was worth. It was like 2 years. And I was on board at first, but then at a certain point, it was like, okay, you're telling me I could go out and protest for George Floyd, but I can't go to work. And so that sort of just lifted the veil from my eyes that I had thought in supporting the Democrat Party that I was supporting that was for the little guy who has to go to work and all of that. And I kind of realized, wow, politics does matter. Who you vote for, especially locally, matters. And I feel like I've been buying into a lie, supporting liberalism in the Democrat Party. And so I just started making videos about COVID and BLM. And over time, started listening to a lot of conservative voices that I didn't even know existed and also would have called like racist before. One of them being, Charlie Kirk, and kind of realized over time that actually the conservative position on a lot of issues makes a lot of sense. And in more ways than one, like on abortion, all these other issues, I've been lied to. And so I just kept making videos, and eventually God called me back to him. I was raised Catholic and left the church for a long time. And that has been the best thing out of all this. But yeah, it's just something I do on the side. It's not my day job is working with young adults with autism. But yeah, I just want to spread the truth because I feel like I wasted a lot of years of my life on a lie.
Wow. Okay. A lot of us have the same story. I think it's fair to say there's a class of content creators and social media people. And I'm going to say that 2020 was like our graduation year. Most of us, like I'm celebrating 5 years next month. And it was because of being locked in the house.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of wild. So, but anyway, thank you so much. Now, Natalie, I told you in an email, I told you in a text message, and I'm sorry, in a X post that we're just going to have fun. We're just going to crack jokes and be unserious tonight. And Natalie, I have to apologize to you. I lied. I told you we're just going to be shenanigans, and there's going to be a lot of shenanigans, but I have a serious question I need to ask you. So this week I posted a video about this quote unquote cameraman that allegedly used to work for TPUSA. And apparently he claims to be a Christian, but he said that it was actually evil that Erica Kurt forgave the man that killed Charlie Kirk, the man that we all pretty much believe is Tyler Robinson. So that it was evil because he has not been found guilty. I'm sorry, it was evil that she had forgiven him. And then I noticed people in the comments that actually have a theology that you don't forgive somebody until they've actually been found guilty in a court of law. I've never heard this before. And I just want to get your thoughts on it. You can give me your 2 cents, and then we'll get to shenanigans.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you're spot on. I mean, Jesus forgave on the cross. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. He didn't say,
Right.
well, first they've got to be sorry and they've got to repent and believe in me. And well, Erica said, I forgive that young man. So I don't think she was, obviously, we all know she was referring to Tyler Robinson, but she didn't specifically
Correct.
say that. I don't think that is taking away. I know for a fact it's not taking away his right to a fair trial, and to the
Right.
presumption of innocence. I do believe that this was something that's planted in our heads by Candace Owens, because Candace has dropped these hints that she could not forgive someone unless she knew what she was forgiving. And so I think people take that and they run with it. And I think Erica is in a position of damned if I do and damned if I don't. And
Right.
they say this thing of like, oh, well, she can forgive the man who killed her husband, but she can't forgive Candace. Well, she's never said she doesn't forgive Candace. She's barely said 2 words on Candace at all.
Good point. Good point.
So yeah. So I mean, no, you don't have to say that's sort of, I think, a bad theology of like, well, you have to say sorry and then I forgive you, or you have to admit what you did and then I forgive you, or you have to be found guilty in a court of law. Everybody has to know you did this thing and agree you did this thing and then I forgive you. I don't know where you would find any of that in scripture, but I think it's just, no matter what Erica does, she's guilty in their eyes.
Yeah, because imagine if she did not forgive, they would say she's a fault. What kind of Christian is she? Because
Right.
Candace likes to call out people's Christianity, albeit I attest that her Christianity is not even Temu, it's not even Sheen, it's not even Dollar General type of Christianity. But I digress. If she had withheld forgiveness, there would have been that problem. She gives too much she gives forgiveness, there's that problem. As you said, like, she can't win. She can't win for losing. Like, every time she turns around, she can't. And I hate to see it, because at the end of the day, people are missing I don't want to say the forest for the trees. I don't even think they even look in the right direction. They're missing the forest and the trees because they're looking somewhere else completely. That
Right.
This is an opportunity to exercise forgiveness, recognize what God is doing through the passing of Charlie Kirk. That we were really seeing a lot of people interested in wanting to have conversations about their faith and about their eternity and so on and so forth. But y'all would rather run that thing off the rails because she forgave too quickly. That's crazy work.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny, if I could say one last thing, I just was rewatching Candace's immediate response, her first show back after the memorial, because I was referencing it for a video. And if you just go back and watch that, like, she's so complimentary about her whole entire speech, Erica's entire speech, specifically forgiving it. And she actually says that it's an example of complete submission to Christ. And so it's just interesting the way the narrative has slowly and sort of subversively and subtly changed to where, oh no, now actually she's at fault. She's guilty for forgiving this guy. She's trying to rob him of his presumed presumption of innocence. And it's not the tune that everyone was singing when it first happened, when we all felt like, maybe this revival was happening, before things sort of went haywire with Candace at the helm of a lot of it. So it's just, it's interesting to see the immediate reaction versus the tune they're all singing now.
I love it. No, good point. All right. That's the end of our very serious episode. That's a very serious commentary. Thank you so much, Natalie. Now we will proceed to shenanigans and hijinks. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the JWhit Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment, because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.